following has been paid for by the Penn's World Order. Well, that was a two-night event. WWE SummerSlam 2025 was a musical. Yes, because it's a Summerfest. A Summerfest. And nothing's more amazing than a Summerfest with sweet romance and body slams and weird surprises happening with happenstance. Big lights, huge fights, lots and lots of pyro. There's nothing more amazing than a Summerfest. If all of you can indulge my crooning, thank you for making it this far. Welcome to my review of WWE SummerSlam 2025. It was a musical. It was a two-night event. So let's get into it. I got to do something to pass the time until hockey comes back next month. Like and subscribe to all this. We have some August hockey content and maybe one or two more wrestling reviews to get through before we get back into hockey and the Violent Ice Circus return. So, SummerSlam, as you were looking live at the MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, part of the New York metro area. I will still never get over that. As a good, healthy crowd, very, very big stage and video board. So much so they had to tarp off about I'd say eighth of the back end. You know, WWE, when you did this in Philly, you cut the stage in half and you still opened up the top rows. Just saying, you didn't have to. I'm overthinking this. But a good amount of matches to get through on the board. So Cardi B kicked us off. I was listening to this on the car as I drove home. I got off at 6. So yeah, everything started off at 6 p.m. And Cardi B welcomed us. Yay. She read off some cue cards. Her song played and went in the back and got her check. And cashed out her check. So that did it for her. And we kick things off with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, the Yeet and his Chief, taking on the double bronze of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And Jey Uso, you say? He's Mr. He's Mr. Main Event. He's Mr. Tag Team. Friends call him Yeet Miser. Whatever he touch, turn to Yeet in his clutch. Ha ha. He's just too much. He's just too much. Bum, bum, bum. Eat your heart out, Buddy Holly. As, yeah, Jay came out to his big entrance. Of course, I was going to kick things off. And Michael Cole saying, "Welcome to Yeet, Jersey." No, Michael Cole, I will not be calling this Yeet, Jersey. No. Wade Barrett going, "Oh, I'm sure, Michael Cole, you have all of Cardi B's albums on cassette." Well there, Wade, I just started buying CDs. We get it, Michael Cole. So out comes Jay on top of the announce table going up and down. Come on, Wade, it's Yeet Jersey. Stop. No. Out comes Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, they love him. Them OTC. Oh, I'm sorry. The new t-shirt said Yeet TC. Gee, I wonder who's winning this match. And then out comes the Bronze with a mixed up theme music as their entrance. I wonder who's winning this match. The match was fun. I mean, Jay and Roman have really good chemistry together. They work very well. Jay playing into his strengths as a tag team. Roman throws out Big Braun and hey, let's get some Yeet going again. Play Jay's music again. Michael Cole gets up yet again. Come on, Wade, it's Yeet Jersey. Stop it, Michael Cole. Stop trying to make Yeet Jersey a thing. Anyway, despite all that, this was a really good match. Braun singing Roman Reigns, the Roman Reigns. God, there's a lot of musical references in this. Yelling down the camera, God, he's so good. Bronson Reed is a great, heavy, big lad. Roman Reigns nearly spiking himself, doing a Undertaker dive over the top ropes, nearly missing both guys. How do you miss Bronson Reed? And Braun Breaker. I don't know, but finish of the match came. Big spear. And Roman took the spear for his cousin as Jay got the big Uso splash. Sorry everyone. And 1, 2, 3, the Yeet and his chief were victorious. Good 20-minute match. Jay and Roman, gave the high five and the bro hug. I'm sure somebody will call that a Yeet hug. It was a good match. It was good. Great way to kick things off. Got the crowd warmed up real nice. Got everybody going. Got the juices flowing. And again, great weather. 77, no humidity. You got lucky. It should have been like 88 with humidity out there. But great job. We'll see you at Survivor Series, Roman. Next, we go to the women's tag match as a Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez taking on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Out comes Charlotte Flair, bow down to the queen, and then out comes Alexa Bliss. The two just stare at each other like they just have a Twitter beef with each other, like they just sent harmful Instagram photos to each other. And they walk to the ring. Will they coexist? Out comes Judgment Day. I hate their music. And gee, I wonder who's winning this match. Despite all I said, this was actually a pretty good match between these two. Flair and Bliss are over. They have really good chemistry together. Both former women's champions. And over Raquel and Perez, they're good. They're good, but you heard the pops over who came out first. I wonder who's winning. That's what's happened. That's what happened. There was a malfunction at the junction, to quote Mauro Ranallo, as Bliss decked Flair by accident after Perez ducked out of the way. And they got the Bliss and Flair got going a little bit again. They got the advantage. Bliss goes for a Sister Abigail. And there's Charlotte staring her down, locked on target. Was going to go for her and hit Bliss. And boom! Got the big boot on Raquel Rodriguez. You know what it was? Boot to the head. Nya, boot to the head. Nya. And twisted Bliss. Nope. Sister Abigail by Alexa Bliss. 1, 2, 3. And Flair and Bliss won. A good, actually 11-minute match between the two was good. It was good. They held the tag belts together. They looked at each other like, yee. And Bliss was like, come on. Just Charlotte Flair was like, yeah, sure. And Bliss was like, oh, come on. We won the belt. Smile. So it was fine. I'll be interested to see where these two teams go. Up next was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, and whoever decided to try and do Karrion Kross's entrance in broad daylight needs to be fired. And I'll have another gripe about another one next in Sunday night. But Kross's entrance does not work in the daylight. It doesn't work. It works at WrestleMania because the sun goes down sooner and you start at 7. 6 p.m. in August, sun, you don't get a dark sky until 8:30, 9 o'clock. So, yeah, Kross's entrance works better in the dark. I mean, yeah, he still had the red light baked on him when he came out. Still looked good. Sami Zayn, I love he comes out at a big show and everybody's singing his song. It's good stuff. Really great. But the match was about 9 minutes, and it was fine. There was more story in this, but there's part of me that would have wanted a little bit more story. A little bit more, because I felt like more could have been told. This felt like a Raw match instead of a PLE match, that it was rushed. And yeah, Kross saying, just say it, Sami, just say it. And Sami did have at one point where he's just punching and kicking Kross on the ropes, that he's starting to give into that a little bit. And Karrion Kross tries to hit Sammy with the lead pipe, but his back's turned. Swing and a miss. Because Sammy ducked and then starts kicking and beating down and gets pushed away by the ref. Ref's checking on Kross, and Scarlett slips the pipe to Sammy and makes him choose, and Sammy just has the pipe. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? No, I will not. I will not give in to the dark side. I am a Jedi like my father before me. Throws the steel pipe down, and I'm like, Sammy, watch where you're throwing that. That thing can deflect and bounce into the crowd very quickly. Like, because if he throws it down on the rubber, it just hits that and dies. But that went toward the seat. That went toward the steel steps, and that could bounce. I'm just saying. Finish of the match. Exploder suplex that went into the corner that looked a little snug there. Be careful with our puppet master, Sammy. And then haluva kick in the corner. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right, Kross has to admit that he was wrong. He has to admit that he was wrong. Let's do that. No, Sammy's just walking up the ramp and looks at Kross and says, it's over. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for playing, guys. Not a bad match, but I feel like Gordon Ramsay. I wanted a little bit more story in this. I want the lamb sauce. Where's the lamb sauce? There's a little bit of lamb sauce. When I want lamb sauce, I want a good amount of lamb sauce. I want a good amount of story in this. It was there. Hope it's enough to keep Kross around. But we'll see. Up next, it was time for the propaganda number. The propaganda attendance number of 53,161 was at MetLife. The place can hold 80, I think. But, sure. And played about Survivor Series going to be at Petco on November 29th. That's Thanksgiving weekend. So, next was Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Sure. This was a match between the two. Lost a lot of its luster because Naomi cashed in on the other title. And Jade came out looking good, giving tribute to Kofi Kingston. Tiffany Stratton looked great. And so Jade actually got the jaded on Tiffy. But oh no, she's near the ropes. Okay. Gets called off. Jade tries to go for a top rope jaded. Okay. And no, Tiffy reverses it. Prettiest moonsault ever. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Tiffy won. Oh. Okay. This is awkward. Truth be told, it was the best Jade Cargill match she's had to this point. It was her best singles match. But Tiffy retains. What? Now, the only way I think I could buy into this is that let this be the first in a series. If this is a first in a series, it's going to carry us through the fall. Fine. I think that can work. Tiffy's a good hand for Jade. Jade looked good. But that was a bit of an odd one. Up next was Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. So out comes Logan Paul first. No Prime truck or Prime cannon. I guess that's a good thing. Out comes my boy Drew McIntyre and his amazing music and that sleeveless leather vest trench coat that he wears. I want 10 of them. I love Drew's look. I love his music. Everything. That's my boy. And then out comes Jelly Roll to Toby Keith's Who's Your Daddy? Jelly Roll, you have your own catalog of music. Why didn't you come out to your own music? So he comes out, leads the crowd in the beginning of Voices, and out comes Randy Orton. And I got to give credit to Jelly Roll. And I think I mentioned this in the Saturday night's main event. He knows how to throw focus. Like, he's not out there in front of Randy like, yeah, this is my boy, this is Randy. Yeah, we're going to get him. No, he knows how to It's like he knows Randy's the bigger star, but is just in the back, giving focus, pointing the focus toward Randy. Really good job out of him. And Jelly Roll, he went in there after it. He tagged himself in, went after Logan, got a few shots in on him, and then in came Drew McIntyre. And in Looney Tunes, when Sylvester looks at the big dog standing over him, and just gives that yipe look, that was Jelly Roll staring at Drew McIntyre, and I'm just expecting like Wile E. Coyote for him to hold up a sign that goes, yipe. That's pretty much what it was. Beat down on Jelly Roll. Punches, kicks. Jelly Roll gets thrown on the table. Logan Paul goes up to the top rope, takes 2 balls of prime, smashes him Stone Cold Steve Austin style, and no, Jelly Roll's going to move out of the way, and Logan Paul's going to eat crap through that table, and long splash through the table. Oh my God. He got Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, we have a down Jelly Roll. And credit to Jelly Roll for taking that bump. More guts than I do. And out came the EMTs to handle Jelly Roll, and it brought the match to a grinding halt. And they got to slowly carry Jelly Roll away, and Randy Orton gets beaten up by the heels. Jelly Roll slowly getting away. It only took about 5 minutes, but it was a very long 5 minutes, as just keeps beating down. Jelly Roll gets a little bit up the ramp and looks at Orton getting beaten down and goes, no. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da! Puppy power! Back to the ring he goes, tagged in. He's healed by the wrestling gods. Goes in on Logan, beats him down, choke slam. An okay looking black hole slam. A jelly slam, per se. He's in there. He's fighting. He's kicking. And he's hitting him. And he's punching him. And he's saying, what do you mean I didn't give you the right change? And then, Drew McIntyre comes in. Boot to the head on Jelly Roll. Randy Orton. RKO on Drew. But Logan Paul hoofs Randy out of the ring. Logan, big frog splash on to Jelly Roll, sickening the hang time that man got. And 1, 2, 3, the heels win. Logan and Drew win. And that's another one I didn't see coming. And for everything, it was fine. I don't like the whole injured carry off, and then I'm better. I got to go in and use the power of friendship to save my partner. Because it killed the flow of the match, just killed it. But Logan and Drew were good hands for this match, and now Drew is taunting that he's gonna start an influencer stable. Please don't, Drew. I'm kidding. Please don't, Drew. Please don't. Next. So it's main event o'clock, everyone, as it's Gunther taking on CM Punk for the big gold belt, and CM Punk comes out in baby blue and white. Hey, OS Dub, what bar is CM Punk? Well, Jay, he is a 0 bar. What smokes? Credit to OSW on this review for all this. What smokes is he? Well, he's a pack of Virginia Slims. God bless the OSW Discord for all of the candy they were coming up with. The best one, he's a blue dum-dum lollipop. Fantastic. I love this community sometimes. But out comes Gunther, which looks amazing out in a big stadium show. And this was a really good match between these two. Punk and Gunther had great chemistry. Punk doing the underdog, trying to put his moves, but every time Gunther would just chop, hiya, the entire time. And Punk's chest just turning red through all the tattoos, got nicked a little bit on the one bicep and started to bleed a little bit. But really good match between these two. Gunther kept posing and saying he's the best in the world, got up on the table to pose on the outside, and Punk hooks his feet out from underneath him. Down goes Gunther, rolls off the table, and spends a little bit of time underneath the table. I wonder what he's doing. Oh, he's bleeding. Boy, did he get a really good nick, because he's wearing a crimson mask. And I got to admit, Gunther playing of like, oh my gosh, I'm bleeding. Nobody makes me bleed my own. I've never seen my own blood. What do I do? Oh, what is this red stuff coming out of me? I'm leaking. He played a really great role of not knowing what to do when he starts bleeding. It was great. Punk took advantage, got some shots. One GTS, Gunther still standing. Another go to sleep. Down goes Gunther. 1, 2, 3, and CM Punk is your new World Heavyweight Champion. He got the big belt. No, don't focus on that. He got the big gold belt. Everything's great. Celebration. Fans are happy. I wonder what's going on. No, don't pay attention to that. Everything's great. Punk raises and burn it down plays. And you can just see the look on his face like, oh, sweet baby back rib Jesus. Because he's done this before. Punk's done this too. Out comes Seth on his crutches. Oh, I'll get you, Batman. I'll get you when I'm good and healthy, Punk. Off goes the crutches. Off comes the Brit. It was a work, bro. It was a work. Down goes Seth. Briefcase. Again and again and again to Punk. Cashes in. Ring the bell. Stomp. 1, 2, 3. And Seth Rollins wins the big gold belt. We knew it. I told you. I freaking told you. And so did everyone else. And yeah, it was a work. And according to reports, only like 2 or 3 people knew. And I think, and this was not conveyed on Twitter very well. My problem with this is that, yeah, this is a new era of journalism and kayfabe that we're in, especially thanks to Unreal that was being posted. By the way, Seth's footage will be used in season 2. It's just, you're going to upset some wrestlers. They weren't told in the mix. So how will they trust management when it comes to injuries now? Plus, when you do stuff like this, now with this new age of journalism, there are so many wrestling YouTubers out there, so many pundits, that you have to go to this length to keep a secret. And we'll get to that. It's just, I feel like, yes, it's a new level that's been set, but I think it's a dangerous one. That you have to go this far to keep so many people in your own company in the dark to keep a secret like this, even if it's one that people already know. And credit to Triple H, he stuck to his guns. He did. If this was Vince, he would have scrapped this as soon as people found out about it. So credit to Triple H, like he stuck to it. And Seth's your new champion. And then out comes Braun. Why is Braun's leg taped? Why is Braun Breaker's leg taped? There was video that surfaced. He was hobbling after the match. He needed help after the match. Braun Breaker's knee is injured. No, Braun, take my knee. Take all the knees. Just heal up. We'll find somebody off the street that you can absorb their essence and heal. Don't be injured, Braun. We love you. So anyway, that did it for night 1. And it was a good working man's SummerSlam, especially for someone like me who has stupid weekend hours. It started at 6, wrapped up by 9:30. I was in bed by 10:30 to be up at 5. Good working man's PLE. Very well. But of course we weren't done because we're on to night 2. This is going to be a long one, folks. Night 2. That's French. For night dos. That is French. For SummerSlam 2025, and we kick things off with the ladies triple threat match, as it was Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Naomi, and everybody got a good entrance. Rhea came out first. This is my brutality. And Io Sky came out. Naomi, her dad played her out, who's a famous guitarist. Cool, playing her theme song, and Naomi just rocking out, channeling Jimi Hendrix. as she's out there on stage. And it's like, oh, this is a really great moment. Father and daughter rocking out. Naomi, it's time to go to work, okay? Time to go to work, all right? But anyway, great moment. Good job. The match was really good. All three of these women have really, really good chemistry. Io and Rhea, they are great. They could feud forever, and I don't think anybody would get tired of it. Naomi was great as not just a third wheel, but a third foil that would always try to hop in and get a steal of a pin or do her own moves, showing that, yes, Naomi can hang with your Ios, your Rheas, even if it came to Tiffany and your Biancas. Naomi belongs in that echelon. And this really proved it. She did a great job. All three of these women, 10 out of 10. No notes. Great match. Crowd was into it. Ripley, finish of the match. Ripley, Avalanche. Avalanche Riptide. That's going to be it. She'll finally get that ever-elusive pin she didn't want, but nope. Nope. Naomi. Hoops. Rhea out of the ring. Roll up on Io Sky. 1, 2, 3. And Naomi steals the win yet again. Predictable? Yes. Enjoyable? You betcha. Great job, ladies. 10 out of 10. No notes. Beautiful. Perhaps, probably, low-key, one of the best matches of the weekend. The best women's match of the weekend. But next year they announced, hey, we're going to Minneapolis next year. Ha ha! Foreshadowing. So we had your TLC match, as it was the Wyatt Six, Andrade and Rey Fenix, the Street Profits, Fraxium, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns. It's the 25th anniversary of the first ever TLC match, so of course we have Bubba Ray and Devon at ringside. And look, there's the Hardys. Hey, good to see ya. Good to see these guys. Not that they're having a one more time match in TNA, that has nothing to do with it. These two teams were involved in the original TLC match. Gee, where's the third team that was involved in it, WWE? Where are they? Where's Edge and Christian? Where are they, WWE? It's like the goose meme chasing people. Where's the third team, WWE? Tell us. I'm just being an annoying little prick. But the match, it was a car crash. But WWE, whoever booked the Wyatt Six entrance in the daytime needs to be held down, given pink bellies, then fired. The Wyatt Six entrance does not work in the daytime. That needed to be at night. That needed to be with the Fireflies, the dark entrance, and the Fireflies all around as a appreciation for this team and a great tribute to Bray. And by the way, Michael Cole, don't be the scared bully of, it's Abby the Witch. I'm really scared of her. Zoink, Scoob, let's run. Oh my goodness. Do you have no dignity, man? Anyway, this match, it was a car crash. Too many spots for me to mention. All 6 of these teams did great work. Axiom Spanish fly off the top rope through a table. Dexter Loomis, big leg drop off the table. Candice LeRae. Was it Candice LeRae? Let me just check on this, just checking the review of this. Yep, Candice LeRae comes in. B-Fab comes in, sure, to help out. And then Abby the Witch, Nikki Cross, comes in, does her stuff. And DIY comes in as Candice LeRae. Johnny Gargano's wife is up on the top rope. Top rung, she's got it. But then Ciampa gets shoved into Johnny, and Johnny pushes over the ladder. And Candice LeRae goes through a ladder. Oh my God, Candice, are you okay? No, really, are you okay? Dear God. Though great acting out of Johnny. Hey, oh, Candice, you good? You good? All right. I love you. I just got to go get the tag titles. Love you. It just gets up there. Spot in the match. Tommaso Ciampa hanging off the hooks where the titles are. I don't like that they use a big freaking hook for where the tag belts are now. But Tommaso Ciampa dangling. Nathan Frazier looks to spear Tommaso Ciampa, who misses and hoists himself up to where he was dangling like this, but just curls himself up and holds it there for about a good 2 or 3 minutes. Well done. Flamey-o, sir. Flamey-o. Well done. Well done. Thankfully, Gargano gets a ladder beneath him so he can get that down so he doesn't have a freaking hernia from this. But more of the Wide Six come out. Bo Dallas comes in. But finish of the match, everybody gets thrown about. Street Profits and DIY go through the big 4-tabled ladder, which, by the way, there was like little holes in the bottom ladder so they could put the table legs into it. Safety first, everyone. It's actually a nice thing, so that way the tables stay. Again, safety first in this match. But then Wide Six climb up. Joe Gacy pulls it down and holds up the tag belts. The Wyatt Six win in a complete freaking insane match. Flamey-o, everyone. Flamey-o. Well done. Well done. Beautiful match. Somebody get these men some ibuprofen and electrolytes in them. And that was great. So up next was the women's IC match as Lyra Valkyria took on Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch comes out to new music? Wait. Whoa. There was new Becky music? And it's a stupid rock theme? What? But yeah, I get it. She's a heel and she doesn't need the whoa. And that's more of a babyface thing, but I mean it's a crap new theme and it just no. It's just music. It's just music. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Out comes Lyra Valkyria, who still looks like a bird. And these two ladies really went at it. No countouts, no DQ. And these two women just go out there and have a really good match. It was good. It was fun. And Lyra got her hand zip tied. Unfortunately, they slipped out, so she had to sort of get them back in. Couldn't really get the zip ties off. But I guess she scurried under the ring, found a pair of scissors, and was fine. Some creative spots in here, use of a fire extinguisher. There was a spot of a crowbar versus a kendo stick, like, ha-ha! Lyra just pulls up a crowbar like, ha-ha! I'm going to win. And Becky's like, uh-oh. Great job of the camera work getting Becky's face. But this was fun. It was fine. Quarter of a way through the match, out comes Bayley and attacks Becky. And Becky's like, you hit her. You do it. She took that from you. We're part of the 4 horsewomen. Beat her down. And no, Bayley hits Becky. Lyra goes back in. Bayley gets a chain around her fist. Irish rip, reversed, and Bayley, bam, hits Lyra by accident. Becky climbs on top of Lyra, they're both near Bayley. Bayley hop in the ring, and 1, 2, 3. Becky wins. Lyra can't challenge while Becky is champion. And while it was a creatively brutal match, it was fun. Bayley not turning heel on this. It was fine. A bit. I think it was a little long in the tooth because it kind of killed the pacing. The crowd wasn't into this because of the previously TLC match. That's not really their fault. It's just where it was placed. But it was a decent match. But at least the feud's over for now. Becky and Bayley is ready to go, and we'll see Lyra another time. Up next is a steel cage match for the U.S. Championship as Solo Sikoa took on Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu still wearing the werewolf mask that they bought from Party City before they did this match. So apparently it was either you win by pinfall submission or escaping the cage, but that wasn't really clarified into this. I do agree with the one reviewer that I'm seeing here. If it was up to me, you would have either won by pinfall or submission, or you climb over the cage to win. I think having the both option and then the cage door, I think maybe they were trying to channel a bit of that Brett Owen energy from years ago when Brett and Owen had their steel cage match. But with these two, it just didn't work. Something was off about this match. I mean, yeah, there's no interference, but the MFTs still came out. They interfered until Jimmy Uso comes out. All right, but it's 1-on-3. And Jimmy still gets beaten down. Okay. Jimmy gets beat down, but and everybody's chanting yeet, yeet, yeet. Okay, Jey Uso's gonna come out, and then Roman's gonna come out, and everything's gonna get even, and we're gonna get a good preview of War Games, and that's where we're going. That's what's gonna happen. And Solo Sikoa hits a Samoan spike on Jacob Fatu, and Solo gets out because Tala Tunga slammed the steel door in Jacob Fatu's face. And Solo crawled out and won. He kind of tumbled out comedically. And, okay. This was a bit odd. A little boring at times, and a steel cage match should not be boring. But, yeah. But hey, Jimmy Uso threw Tama and Tunga in there, and Jacob Fatu got a post-match something as he did his moonsault off the top of the steel cage. Why couldn't have this been done during the match? Was it wrong that I expected more out of this? I think I agree with the reviewer on here. It felt like it never hit that second gear. It never got to the level where this should have been, and I don't know where we go from here. It's just really weird. I mean, I'm glad I called it Solo 1 because I still think Jacob doesn't need the U.S. strap, but it was just weird, okay? Next is AJ Styles versus Dirty Dom for the IC title, and it's 20 years since Rey and Eddie Guerrero had their legendary ladder match for the custody of Dominic was 2 years ago. Yes, that was a thing that happened. And Dom came out in a white vest that was apparently a fan vote by Wingstop. Sure, great way to promote that. And then AJ Styles came out in a lowrider like Eddie Guerrero. Cool. And he even wore a Styles heat on it, like Latino heat. Great job. And he even did Eddie's laying on the turnbuckle thing, like laying on the turnbuckle. So this entire match turned into one great big Eddie Guerrero tribute. Three Amigos were done. Dom tried to do the fake out chair spot where he did the clank through to AJ and then just died. But AJ's too smart. Clank, hits it himself, puts the chair around him, and dies himself. So the ref just comes to and goes, whoa, hey, whoa, everyone's down, and someone's got a chair on him. I don't know what to do. I'm a referee. I need an adult. I am the adult. I need an adult during it. More adult or adult. Anyway, finish up. Dom wins this. And it was a fun match. I mean, this had a ton of little Eddie Guerrero tributes in it. AJ looked good. Dom looked better. Get Dom out of Judgment Day, please. This guy does not need Liv. He doesn't need Judgment Day. He's coming into his own. Dom does not need Judgment Day. Just saying. Next. Out comes Stephanie McMahon to say the two-night total was 113,722. Another propaganda number has been made. So it's main event o'clock, everyone, as it was Cody Rhodes taking on John Cena. Big entrances for the both boys as Cody Rhodes showed quotes from his dad. Very well done. Cody rose out of the elevator with a bit of a cracked skull helmet. Ha ha! Foreshadowing. And then out comes John Cena to his familiar ways because, yeah, they turned him babyface on Friday because that's the real John Cena. Hey, everyone, I'm a babyface now. That means the last 6 months was for nothing. I'm a babyface now. You all love me. Ba-ba-da-bum. Love me. I'm wearing Giants colors now. Love me. I'm talking to the camera. I'm running down to the ring. Love me. I'm your hero now. That John Cena guy, no, that was an evil twin. This is the real ba-ba-da-bum John Cena and everything. Sure. So this kind of invalidates the last 6 months. This is admitting the heel John Cena didn't work. I just don't like how it was done. It was, yeah, I don't like you, but I want the real John Cena. You're right. The real John Cena's a babyface. I'm a good guy now. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So the fight, the street fight, they hugged to start, and then they has fight. And this was 35 minutes of slowly escalating action. It would turn up the heat with tables, getting into chairs, John dipping into a lot of his usual bag of tricks, including a 85 throwback, which was a code red on the floor to frickin' Cody, which is code red, Canadian Destroyer, Pop Rocks, whatever you want to call it. John was even surprised he did. He was like, oh, hey, that worked. Yay. Really bad STFUs by John. Cody hitting multiple crossroads and John still went down. I really liked the last third of this match when, again, it was slow escalation and Cody dipping deeper and deeper into things he's got to do to win the title. Like, he even contemplated using the belt. He took off the lower the ring corner and just bam, kept hitting Cena. And he's telling himself, I got to do this to win the title. I got to go this far to win the title, and just hitting him and really just going into that dark place. And then when he grabbed the title and was going to use it, he's telling himself, it's okay. It's okay. You can do this. I love that. I love that theatrics, that little bit of storytelling of how far he's willing to go. But the belt shot didn't work. Cena ducks it. John sees the title and goes, nah, I'm a good guy. I don't need that. But finish of the match. Doinking, throwing John through a table. Doinking him with the steel cage. Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody wins in an amazing 38-minute match. Leagues better than their WrestleMania match. Match of the year candidate. Best Cena match in this last year. This 10 out of 10. No notes. John kicking out of everything Cody threw at him. And Cody, that very, very slow heel turn for Cody. Maybe it's there. You can play off of this. And John doing all the good things that he did as a babyface. And these two just had really good chemistry together. Would I be down for one more match of these two? Maybe. But great job. All right, what's going to happen? What's going to happen after the match? We were told you ain't seen nothing yet. Come on. And they hug. Cody hugs. And I actually see Cody mouth, I'm so sorry. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. And The Rock's going to come down. He's going to sell his soul. But they're like, thank you so much, John. They're hugging. Okay, give him a kick to the nuts, just like he did to you. Come on. And Cody holds up John's hand. All right, he's gonna hit him. The copyright logo's gonna come up and he's gonna hit him. Nope. Cody just gets out and walks away and leaves the ring for John. Okay? John's standing there soaking in the moment. Okay, The Rock's gonna come out and he's gonna be mad at John for losing the title. That's gonna happen. John's soaking it all in. Thank you, Cena chants. His last SummerSlam. Cena walks away and dun 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 dun. The Beast incarnate. Brock Lesnar's here? Brock's here? I thought he was blacklisted. I thought Brock and MetLife is shocked and chagrined, mortified and stupefied. Out comes Brock, cowboy hat, leather vest, cut beard. This man is looking for death. He is death incarnate, and he is coming for you, John. Brock just walks around, storms the ring, and looks at John, looks at him, and so gets in the ring. John tries to fight him. F5 on John. And there's, I guess, the next part of the year. Cena and Brock. And that ends the night. Sure, wrestling Twitter's not going to go nuts over Brock Lesnar, a man who was named in the Vince McMahon allegations lawsuit, which is still ongoing. Which, I'm sure the IWC is going to nail this in the ground. Yes, John Cena and Brock Lesnar of history in UVW, they came up in the same class together. And yeah, fans aren't going to like this because of everything Brock is associated with. And that's valid. That is. But if I might say, I'm sure the legal teams got ahead of this. You think they'd bring him in if he was convicted of anything? Look, this isn't the Vince McMahon era where they are going to head down and go ahead with their plans to hell with any legal consequences. Because that's what Vince McMahon did. In a world where Vince was convinced he could get away with anything, he just did what he always did, head down and go through with whatever he's doing. Triple H in creative knows that yes, Brock is associated with all this. And I'm sure everybody did their due diligence. It's probably still going on. And I'm sure there were lawyers who make a lot more than you, Marks, who all of you social justice wrestling fans, the ones who don't like this, there are people that make a hell of a lot more money than you do that have already made decisions about this. And if Brock wasn't cleared for any of this, they wouldn't bring him in. They know the consequences of it. But if he wasn't convicted of anything that we know of, if he truly, everybody's done their due diligence in this to the point where to bring Brock in. And I know a lot of the IWC is going to hate this. Hashtag cancel. Hashtag I'm not watching. But you're still going to watch. You're still going to. And yes, I know fans were upset with Triple H's affiliation with the presidential fitness test. I heard the boo videos and everything. So yeah, people aren't going to like the Brock's back. And not for the reasons of they're tired of Brock, but with what he's associated with. Because in the public opinion, Brock's already lost. In the courts of public opinion, Brock has already lost. And on social media, that means a heck of a lot more. To quote The Simpsons, your feelings mean a lot more than what actual evidence will ever show. So, I'm sure there were due diligence that's done. to see about this. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But the decision has been made that he's here. And yeah, we're just, Brock's back, for better or for worse. So that'll do it. That was SummerSlam. And even from a quote from the Vince era, it's not about the whole card. It's about how you leave them. And in both nights, there were surprises on both ends. So yes, Summerfest was a musical with a big finish and a big controversial ending. So that'll do it. Thank you all of you for watching this way too long video, but there was a lot to cover with this. And wait a minute, Summerfest? Oh, it's called SummerSlam. I was this close. Ha ha. A great big musical. Good night, Tri-State area. We'll catch you next time.